All right, welcome back to The Count. We're continuing to count down the major stories of the week. I'm Lydia Serrani. Story number 2 right now. Iran is in trouble. This is a story that the whole world should be watching. Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying the United States supports the brave people of Iran. This could possibly be the biggest story right now. This could be our Berlin Wall. Could we see the Ayatollah tumbling down? The Trump administration is reportedly preparing military preliminary plans for an attack on Iran, including the option of large-scale airstrikes. Joining me to discuss right now is Amir Fkhrar, Senate Chairman of the National Iranian Congress and author of Comrade Ayatollah. Also with us, Benham Ben Tablu, who is the Iranian Program Senior Director for the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Right now, we have a blackout. The internet has been blocked out because obviously they are trying to, the Iranian regime is trying to stop the protests, trying to stop the communication from coming out. This is frightening at this point of what's happening right now. What are you hearing, Amir? What do you think could happen next? The President Trump standing in solidarity with the Iranian people. Here's what he said right here.
So Iran's in big trouble. It looks to me that the people are taking over certain cities that nobody thought were really possible just a few weeks ago. We're watching the situation very carefully. I've made the statement very strongly that if they start killing people like they have in the past, we will get involved. We'll be hitting them very hard where it hurts.
Amir, what do you think about that? Hitting them very hard, hitting them where it hurts.
Thank you for having me, Lydia. President Trump is the man of his word. Iranian people, when I'm saying that nation has 90 million Iranian inside the country, 10 million outside in exile. We love President Trump. Almost entire country, they're in love with President Trump because every help we have seen from President Trump, from killing Qasem Soleimani to coming out of the disastrous JCPOA and from sanctioning regime's oil, because the money was not going to people's pocket. The money was going from the regime to just fund all the terrorist groups all around the world. Killing Qasem Soleimani was amazing. It happened a couple of weeks after, during another blackout in November 2019, when regime decided to go for massacre, but before that, just cut the internet, cut the phone, and have done it. And President Trump took the revenge with killing Qasem Soleimani. And Iranian regime, they have seen President Trump with the midnight hammer, which Iranian people loved it a lot. And this is the time when President Trump told the people, come out, this protest, this new round of protests started exactly the night before the latest meeting of President Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu 14, 15 days ago. The people had hope that these two amazing leaders, which they have done the amazing 12 days attack to get rid of entire IRGC's leadership and kill 1,200 regime's people, the people of Iran said, okay, this time these two heroes are coming together. Let's send them the message that we are in the street. We are ready. And Lydia, the thing that the media are not showing is the people right now burning Qurans all over the country. They are burning mosques. They're burning Islamic cemeteries. That is the new message, that the Islam in Iran is gone. It's over, and it will be a constitutional republic, the next step in Iran. And let's see how President Trump is going to hit them back. And I have a suggestion. President Trump, please hit Khomeini's shrine, and please hit Khamenei's palace, which is the palaces of the last king of Iran. And yeah, the people, everybody will be happy to see this type of attack.
Benham, is the Ayatollah on the ropes?
Not just the Ayatollah. Pleasure to be with you, Lydia. Not just the Ayatollah, but the government of the Islamic Republic is on the ropes. I would say this. It is not an exaggeration. It is not hyperbole to say in the 46-year history of the Islamic Republic that it has not faced such a conflagration of internal and external pressures, of internal and external defeats. But nonetheless, we know this regime can really only do a few things, and unfortunately it does those few things like killing well. Just as we remember, in November 2019, there was a 6+ day information blackout, a national internet blackout caused by the government. And during those days, 1,500 protesters were killed. And just recently, as this internet blackout is lurching towards 2 days inside Iran, the regime is really falling back on the only tactic that it has, which is, again, this grotesque use of force against unarmed civilian protesters. So certainly the regime has its back in the corner. Certainly the regime knows how much legitimacy it has lost. Certainly the regime has every right to be fearing President Trump at this moment. President Trump has delivered when people thought he would not. You know, when he went against the regime's nuclear program, he took out that regime's crown jewel in late June of last year. He did what no president thought was possible, which was to take out the country's chief terrorist. And just a few days ago, the Islamic Republic lost its chief state partner in the Western Hemisphere, the Maduro regime, which was built on the Chavez regime in Venezuela. So certainly the regime feels the internal pressure, feels the external pressure. I say here to the president, keep up that pressure and be careful with these statements now, because the Islamic Republic is hoping. The Islamic Republic is hoping that all of this tough talk remains tough talk, because this regime's meta narrative is that the West will not bail you out. But ultimately, we know that the president will stick with his word. The question here is how, and he has a huge menu of options to choose from cyber to covert to kinetic. It really is just a matter of which one he chooses to deploy.
And the president, CENTCOM, they just released some video of those ISIS targets that were hit in Syria. So the president obviously showing again the world with the Maduro, with the oil seizure, the tankers, and now with this video, you can run, but you can't hide. You hurt a hair on an American's head. Again, this was in response to the December 13th killing of 2 U.S. service members there, as well as an interpreter. So the president, once again, with this video, exhibiting strength on the world stage. Amir and Benham, thank you so much, gentlemen, and we will continue to pray for the Iranian people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up.